Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. I have a whole cloth pad tag series playlist up here and thought it would also be good to do the same for menstrual cups. So let's get into the most common questions. Number 1 is, does it hurt to put in and remove? No, essentially. But it is definitely a learning experience and a learning curve. And once you get used to it or have the swing of it, it does not hurt at all. A few things to remember is to know your cervix height before ordering the appropriate cup. And if you're concerned about the firmness, aim for a medium cup first. So sometimes I realize that menstrual cups can be kind of expensive and it's kind of hard to get the right cup first, but Put a Cup in It does have a quiz on their website if you want to go check that out. Number 2 is, how high do you place it? I place mine just above my pubic bone depending on the cup. Well, all of these cups, if I'm using the disc here, that's a bit different because that goes in and out differently, but so I just put it just above my pubic bone, ensuring that the stem is not sitting outside of my vaginal canal. The stem should sit completely inside and should not irritate your labia. And if your cup is above your pubic bone but your stem is outside, please remember to trim it because it should not sit in any capacity outside of your vaginal canal. Number 3 is, do I worry about TSS or toxic shock syndrome? The answer to that is no. I practice a good hygiene with all of my cups, which, yes, you can have with cups. So you can catch TSS from, or you can get TSS from the use of cups, just like you can get it from the use of tampons. But obviously in both cases, if you practice good hygiene, this should not happen. So I will link the TSS video up here so that you will have a look, so you can actually go check that out at your leisure. By keeping my nails short to prevent internal scratches, washing my hands before entry and exit of the cup, boiling them for sterilization, and using a non-toxic, non-scented cleaner while using it. I do actually tend to use a new sterilized cup for each use as well. So I will quite often use 3 to 4 cups on a cycle if I'm at work for those 3 to 4 days, and I'll use a different cup each cycle. So for day 1, I can quite often wear the Ruby cup. Day 2 is always my largest cup, which is the Yuki cup. Day 3, which can be actually the Hello cup, the Lali cup, the Juju cup, and the Fun cup, and day 4 will probably be the Juju cup. So I'd use a different one each time. Number 4, do cup stains bother you? There's kind of 2 answers to that, yes and no. I don't have any stains on my cup because I clean them regularly, and I keep them in their bags in between uses and all that type of stuff. And I use a silicone cleaner after I take it out. So I pretty much will take them out and clean them straight away. I soak them, I boil them and all that type of stuff. The second question is, I don't prefer clear cups. I don't like clear cups. I prefer coloured cups. As you can see here, I have had coloured cups in the past. I have had non-coloured cups in the past, and I've had clear cups, and I have given them all away. So I definitively prefer coloured cups in all of my menstrual cups, just because it is better. I got the Juju cup where they only had clear cups to test it out because it's an Australian company, but I think like less than a month after I got my cup, they released a coloured line, but I wasn't obviously going to repurchase it at that point. Question number 5 is, can the stem break off? I have never heard of this happening. I've heard of some people boiling them to breaking them, like to breaking points. So they've boiled the saucepan dry, and therefore there's no water in the saucepan, and therefore burnt the cup. I've heard of that happening, but that's really an operator error. The stems don't break off, basically, is the answer to that. Question number 6 is, can you urinate and defecate with the cup still in? Yes, I can. I've had no issues with either of these things when the cup's in properly. However, I do tend to not wear the cup when I'm at home. And I usually only wear the cups when I'm leaving the house and going to work, and usually in those situations I am not defecating, because I will do that at home. You know, I have a regular schedule, or at least my body does, and that is usually when I'm not wearing a cup. So, but when I have had it in, I haven't had an issue with it. When I have had an issue with urinating with the cup in is when the cup's been in the wrong position, and if I've had the cup pushing on my bladder, I've actually gone in and readjusted the cup, and upon readjusting of the cup so it doesn't push on my bladder, I've not had a problem. So that's probably the biggest issue I've had with urination, is when the cup's been in the wrong position and pushed on my bladder. So I find it actually much more convenient than urinating with a tampon, because I would change my tampon every time. When I did wear tampons, every time I went to the bathroom, because there is that disgusting piece of cotton string that if you get urine on it and don't change, you can actually cause internal issues because of that. So the cup is far more hygienic because you don't get any urine on it. So the fact that some people go to the bathroom, urinate and don't change their tampon and leave a urination soaked cotton string is just feral. Question number 7 is, can you sleep with the cup in? I have slept with the cup in. I actually tried it out with my first cup to see how it was, and it was very useful. There weren't any leaks, no worries about leaking. It's probably a really good sleep that I had. And I do actually wear the cup overnight when I am traveling or staying at or in a space that I don't want to worry about leaks or spilling. But generally I wear cloth pads at home by personal preference. I do, even with my cloth pads, I do very rarely leak. But of course there is always going to be that very bad luck if you're traveling, that of course it would happen. Murphy's Law. Number 8 is, do you have a specialty cleaner? No, I don't. I don't find them necessary. I use basically System Joe's adult toy cleaner, which is unscented and for use on silicone. However, any unscented cleaner will do. Please be wary of any antibacterial soaps due to the potential for vaginal irritation. Please be kind to your vulva and vagina, and don't use antibacterial soap on your cup. An unscented cleaner will work perfectly fine, and boiling it in water, that's all you'll need, basically. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be a brand name cleaner. You can just literally wash it in unscented. You can wash it in baby soap, which is generally unscented. So baby soap, boil it in water, that's all you actually need to do to keep it clean. Outside of that, that is the first menstrual cup tag. This is number 1, which was the common questions. I think I have a couple more to do, so they will be coming out probably once a month, I would imagine. That's where I would aim for, at least, to have these out once a month, as to not overwhelm you with a whole bunch of cloth pad tag questions, of menstrual cup tag questions all at once. If you have a channel and you do this type of videos, please grab the questions. They'll all actually be down in the comments below, and do your own menstrual cup tag, and post them yourself as well. It's always good to get a wide variety of experiences and a wide variety of answers, because no one person's period is the same, even between their own period cycle. And it would be good that more people have more information, as more information is power. So grab the questions down below and do your own video. Outside of that, thanks for watching. Enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the day. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.